All right, guys, we're learning how to play Imagine by John Lennon. Let's take a listen. Imagine it, easy if you try. All right. Hey guys, I'm Shawn from webpianoteacher.com. I should really know the lyrics to that, shouldn't it? Shouldn't I? I know how to play it though, so that's what I'm going to teach you today. This is a beginner lesson. So if you are a beginner, I'm really taking care of my beginners now. Lots of beginner lessons on webpianoteacher.com. In fact, there's an all-new easy piano lesson series that I did just this year in 2019. 50 extensive lessons covering everything, holding your hand, taking you step by step with theory, technique, ear training, and fun songs like this one. We learn how to play with fun songs right off the bat, okay? So check out that series if you want to. You can also watch the free part ones right on my site, webpianoteacher.com. You can also download the sheet, the exact sheet that I wrote out for you guys here. You can download as a member, either using your sheet credits or just buy it outright, depending on your membership level. Well, we're going to get into it here. And again, a beginner lesson. Okay, so, and fun if you're not a beginner. So welcome everyone who wants to learn to play this. I did this years ago, like 13 years ago. And I wasn't exactly correct on all the notes because I did it really quick and I just wanted to see, YouTube was young and wanted to see how it would go. But I went back and made those little corrections. So now it's a new series on the website and a corrected sheet with everything you need. All right, so let's get into it here. We have a C chord to start with. It's a C chord, but it's got an added note, a D in the top instead of a C. Normally we know C chord to be, C, E, G like that. It's got a D on the top. That's all right. E, G, D on the right. So here's middle C. I'm going to come down here and put my right hand thumb right there on the E. G will be on my 2 finger, right above that. And then my 5th finger will be on the D, right above middle C. So get your hand kind of locked in that mold, okay? You want to be locked in with your hand, your fingers, but you want your shoulder and your arm and your back to be very loose, okay? Get that feeling down and memorize it and keep that whenever you play anything. Now, the left hand's going to play a low C down here and then a higher C on my thumb. See that? Here's the low C, here's the higher one. So get your hands in place. In fact, let's practice this. Guys, one of the things we want to do is not just show you the keys, but we want to show you how to practice, okay? So there are 2 reasons why people quit piano music or piano lessons or guitar lessons or whatever. One is you don't pick the right lessons, and the second thing is that you don't know how to practice. So we want to cover both of those things. If you're a beginner, this is the right lesson, okay? This is a beginner lesson, and I'm going to show you how to practice it. Those 2 things, all right, so we want to make sure we have those down. All right, so practice getting there. All right, so take your hands off and now put them back on. How quickly can you do that? At first, you're going to be like, oh man, I had it. Now I got to get it back. Where am I? It's going to take you a minute, to get back. Then take your hands back off and try it again. Because you want to just be able to walk up to the piano and go boom. Okay, so practice the very first chord like that. And once you feel pretty good about that, then here's how you do it. You play the chord in the right hand and the left hand bass note together, then the left hand thumb. Now we're going to do that 3 times as it says there, but we're only going to play the bass note the first time. So we play that. I did it once. That's 1 time. Watch it again. Here's 1 time. Now here's the 2nd time. See, I did that. That's the 2nd time. The 3rd time is also that. Look at my pedal. See my pedal down? Shawn is the pedal visible. All right, there we go. So Shawn's my wife. She's my producer and does the camera switching and tells me when I'm messing up, which is a lot. All right, so 3 times. Here's the first time. 1. Here's the 2nd time. And the 3rd time. Hold your pedal down and be nice and easy with it. 1, 2, 3. Now on count 4, we're going to do this. Your right hand is already there. Look at that. The E and the G do not change, so I don't have to change these fingers 1 and 2. All I'm going to do is use a finger for that B. Now I'm going to use my fourth finger. That's the most natural finger to put there. So I recommend using that fourth finger. A lot of people shy away from that. They don't want to try to, but use it. It's one of your fingers and you need to use it. E, G, B. And then you have one C that your thumb is already there on your left hand. And that's only one time right there. Boom. So we learned this, and then we learned this. Now we got to put them together. So I'm going to assume you already practiced just getting there, right? So now we get there, and here we go. Start with the pedal down. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You see what I did with my pedal? I changed on that chord there. Because I don't want this to blur. You may say, oh, that sounds good. It sounds all right. Maybe unless you get a really fine-tuned ear, then it's going to bother you. That really needs a pedal right there. So I'm going to pedal. As I push my fingers down, my pedal's going to go up, down. See that? Up, down. That's how you pedal. That's how you catch the chord and connect it instead of doing your pedal with your hands. A lot of you will do this when you start. The reason I know that is because I taught private piano lessons to 50, 60 people for 2 decades. And everybody starts off the same. They want to have their hand go with their foot, but it's the opposite. You go up, down. It's like your hand is pushing down a lever that bumps your foot up, and it comes right back down. Okay? So let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, boom. Now here's the next chord. All right, so we have F, A, C. We worked on our C chord. Now we have our F chord. F, A, C. Left hand goes F, then up to C. In my Easy Piano Lesson series, I talk extensively about chords, what chords are made of, and how they relate to each other. It's really like having a roadmap when you're playing. It really helps the music to make sense to you in your head instead of just feeling lost. F, A, C, left hand on an F here. 1, 3, 5 on my right hand. And I was right here, on these chords. So it's right next door. It's right there, isn't it? Look at that. Now, to get to that chord, notice it's very close, and we want economy in our movements. We don't want to move a lot. We don't want to get this and then go, okay, where do I go now? Nope. It's right there. Go right to it. Economy in your movement. And that'll make you be able to get to the chord really easily without much trouble. The left hand goes F, C now. So it's 1. That was 1 time. Here's the second time. 2. And then the third time, 3. Just like this one, you only play the bass note the first time. 1, 2, 3. And then the cool part, little blues thing. Little A sharp B, A sharp B, but it doesn't go fast. 1, 2, 3. Don't pedal that. Don't do this. Oh, that sounds awful. So 1, 2, 3. I'm finger pedaling my left hand. That means I keep holding the notes down. When my pedal comes up, then I don't blur this A sharp B with fingers 1, 2, 3. A sharp B. A sharp just means you play the key next to the right, whether it's a black key or a white key. That's A. This is the note A, so A sharp is going to be that one. A sharp. And that's B. 1, 2, 3. Look how close I stay. Economy of motion, economy of movement. 1, 2, 3. And my curved lines mean those notes go a little faster. Little dash means you hold it. Da-da, hold. Now, little arrow means, yay, music repeats a lot. So once we learn that, we can play it for the intro. We can also play it for the verse, because it's not any different for the verse when he's singing. Da, 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 ba, ba, ba. Da, 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 da. 2, 3. How many times in a row? Bum, bum, bum. All right, guys. Very good. On the website, that's our part 1. See how much time I spent on just 2 measures? Because you guys are beginners. And so we need that much time. We need that much instruction. You need it broken down into small enough bites where you can handle it, okay? So you learn it by being in the classroom, on your video lesson, download your sheet, and you spend the brain power and time to figure out where your hands are going to go. Once you have it kind of memorized under your fingers, then it gets really fun. Then you graduate to the play part. You learn, then you play, is where you keep playing it after you memorize it. So you don't learn it and then go, okay, I've learned that, I'm never going to play it again. No, now you can start playing. So you spend time every day playing it memorized, okay? And the last ingredient is sharing it. Once you get it down, you give it away. You share what you've learned with another human being, either by just playing for them or by teaching them or even sharing it on social media. We love you to do that. Just share it to Facebook if you record yourself playing. Love to see the progress you guys have out there. Had a great time teaching you this great classic song. Have fun with it. See you on webpianoteacher.com.